No surprise here. It's totally outside of your control. I'ma just keep it a bando. I'ma just keep it a bando. That's so outside of your control. Cause trying to get somebody to understand you is a behavior. And what we cannot do is control somebody else's behavior. We can do what we can to influence, say what we need to say so they can understand us. But we can't control that. I feel like it's so unrealistic not to be pessimistic. And this is not even a pessimistic driven message I'm trying to deliver today because there's a beautiful meaning behind all of this. But we got to be honest with ourselves. Like real quickly. Besides you and God Himself, your Creator, who really fully even know you? Let's be for real. For starters, sometimes we don't even fully know ourselves. Can we agree with that? Can we agree with that? Or not? Maybe not you. Maybe not even you. But can you agree? Some other people, like other people you've seen, that they don't even fully know themselves. Like they're lost. They don't understand what has happened to them in the past is influencing their behaviors today. Like, can you understand? Like, people don't really even know themselves. But we're talking about you right now. Maybe you do fully understand yourself, but have the expectation that somebody else does. It's very unrealistic because if you really think about it, who knows your thoughts? Who knows all of your thoughts? Who knows all of your feelings? At what point in the day you're feeling those feelings? At what point of the day you're feeling those thoughts? Who fully knows your processes? How you process things physically, mentally, emotionally. And now you can do what you can to explain that to somebody. Like, hey, I'm going through this, that, and the third. And they can understand, like, in the sense, like, oh, I hear you. I feel you. Like, you just broke up with your girl. Or your girl just broke up with you. Your man just broke up with you. And you tell somebody you're sad. And they're like, oh, yeah, I understand, like, why you would be sad about that. But are you communicating each thought you're having about that? Are you communicating each single feeling? At what point of the day you feel those feelings? Are you explaining all of the process? I'm just saying, literally, a Freaky Friday thing needs to happen for somebody to fully 100% understand you. Fully 100%. My motto is, we want to be understood enough. Like, if I tell somebody I'm going through a loss, and maybe they went through a loss before as well, like they lost a person, and like they're like, okay, I understand why you feel numb or why you're sad or why you're angry about the loss. I get that. True, fair. They understand why I feel how I feel, but do they know my thoughts? Am I communicating all of my thoughts with them, all my feelings, all my emotions? They're not experiencing that per se. Let me say that. They're not experiencing that. So, how can I say this person fully understands my experience if they're not me? They're not thinking the same exact thing, feeling the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure at this point y'all get what I'm saying. It's just not exact. Like I said, they can understand you to a certain extent, to a certain degree. But is it exact? And even yourself, can you confidently say you 100% understand another human being? And mind you, you only understand what people are telling you in the sense that just because I tell you about maybe my life, what's going on in my life right now, you don't know what happened in my life when I was 7 or when I was 14 or even 3 years ago. So you understand what's going on in my life right now, but that's only because I'm telling you what's going on in my life right now. But I didn't tell you about what I went through when I was young. You get what I mean? So you can't even confidently say you 100% know another person because did they even tell you everything? And on top of that, we don't even remember everything. It's true. Like something could happen to us when we were like a baby. I'm talking about 3 months old, 3 months a year old. I don't know how to say it. We could be 3 months. Something could have happened to us. Like let's say our moms dropped us. And that's why we respond to things a certain way now, because we was dropped as a baby or whatever. Or you see, I didn't even say it like that. I didn't even mean to say it like that. We could have gotten dropped as a baby, but let's say we never knew about that. And every time you fall, you have like this big traumatic response. Like some people fall and like, you get back up, but you may fall and like you're crying, you're tossing back and forth, you're aching so bad, like it's just so over the top for you when you fall and you don't understand why, but you was never told your mom dropped you when you was a baby, and that's probably why you're responding like that. So even within ourselves, we don't even remember everything. I can't even say I remember much of my life before the age of 5. No, all I have is pictures. All we have is pictures. Hopefully you got some pictures too. Do we even fully understand ourselves? Are we even meant to? I'm never gonna lie. I'm never gonna lie. Outside of yourself, who I think it's unrealistic to have that expectation for a person. I have an example for you. I kind of said this earlier too. Let's say you have a friend that goes up to you. They've been with a partner for 5 years. They break up and they're sad about it. And you're hearing them out like, yeah, I understand why you're sad. Like, I get you. I feel you. I hear you out. Okay, true. But however, they're not communicating every single time they feel sad. Who knows? Maybe they only sad for a moment. Maybe they're sad for the whole day. Maybe he's in and out. To what degree do you even understand the sadness? You follow. It's like we understand, as humans, we understand each other to a certain extent, but 100%, nah. That's for you and God, baby. Not even your mama. Not even your dad. No. And not even your twin. Like, I mean, I don't know. If you got a fraternal, like, it's not fraternal, identical twin, maybe. I don't have one. So, but even that, I don't even think. It's just not realistic. And it's okay if you have the desire to be 100% understood, or just understood in general. I don't want anybody to think that's a bad thing. We crave that. I think that's actually an inherent human thing. We want to be seen because it makes us feel some sense of validation. And y'all already know how I feel about validation. We can 100% validate ourselves. However, that can be a little bit lonely in the sense that you're the only person who understands and sees you. There's not, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. And that is enough. You are enough. You're the only person that sees you. That is enough. But I get it where that can feel a little bit lonely. Like, dang, I wish somebody else understood this feeling, understood this experience I'm going through. Because it'll make you feel like you have a sense of belonging. Like, people understanding each other builds connection. For example, common interests. Like, let's say I love Twilight and I meet somebody and they also share this intense love for Twilight. Oh, I feel seen. Like, you get it. You get why I love the franchise and why the characters, like the aesthetic, folks, and living in Washington and all of that. Like throwing your whole life away for a vampire boyfriend. When you find somebody else that shares that and understand and can see that, you feel understood. You feel a sense of connection, belonging. Like I said, there's nothing wrong for wanting people to understand you. I think we all want that. However, we got to be careful. We got to be careful because if we're putting the expectation, no, you have to understand me 100% to the fullest extent, we're setting ourselves up for failure. We are. We really are, because I just don't. It's just not possible. I already said why it's not possible. Don't need to get into it again. But it's just not. It's understandable. It's understandable because being understood makes you feel seen. Makes you feel like you belong in a group. Like I said, you just don't feel alone. And if you think about human biology, we survive in groups. And honestly, referring back to the Bible, humanity is supposed to live in dominion. It's not supposed to be super individualistic, all man for themselves. No, we thrive in groups. Two minds are better than one. You know what I mean? It's a biological thing in us. Like, we want to be in a group. And one way for a group to thrive is that we all have a sense of understanding of each other. But 100%, it's not it, gang. It's not it. It's not a battle you're going to win. And I want to express this because there was a point of my life I was pretty sad because I just felt like nobody fully understood what I was going through. And on top of that, that's another thing too. If you don't tell nobody as well, then you can't expect anybody to understand. You know what I mean? Like, you're not explaining your situation, then nobody's going to understand why you feel how you feel and why you're acting how you're acting because you're not saying anything. So that's one. But common sense, right? If you don't tell nobody, who's going to understand you? But even in that, some people can understand that. Like, you going through something and you don't want to talk about it. Some people can just give you that understanding. Like, oh, I feel that. Like, I go through stuff like the silent battles. Okay, we're all at that age now, especially over the age of 18, even 16. Like, we have silent battles. We have battles we don't really express or tell everybody about. We want to go announce it to the whole wide world. No. There's some battles we are fighting silently. We have those. But regardless, I was in a place like I wanted somebody to like really understand me to a T, like, and just get it. Like, can somebody just get it? Like, can you just get why I feel how I feel? Can you just get why I'm like kind of depressed right now? Like, do you get it? And everybody has their own reasons for however they feel, whatever experience made them feel how they feel. But somebody please, like, because when nobody gets it, you really feel like, is it just me? Nobody? You see what I mean? It makes you feel alone. And it sucks. But I think for me, what I kind of felt is I needed somebody to understand me 100%. And I just wasn't satisfied with a certain level of it. Because I think we should appreciate somebody trying. We should definitely appreciate the people in our life that are willing to try. I can respect that. Like, let's say you have a friend, they telling you about how because they were having a hard time at home, that's why they became a bully at school. And let's say they're in their 30s and they're regretting that and they feel really bad about how they was treating people, this, that, and the third. And you probably struggling to understand why I don't get it. Like, because let's say even you was going through stuff at home and you even had the common sense to not go to school and terrorize other people. So you're struggling to understand why I don't really get where you're coming from, because like, I also was going through stuff at home and I never felt the need to do that. So you're struggling to understand, but you're making it know I'm trying, because it really does not feel good when somebody not understanding, and two, not even willing to try. You explaining yourself to a very fixed-minded person, they're only going to understand within their fixed realm. You try to explain yourself to somebody who's not open-minded and like they lack the ability to put themselves in another person's shoes, like can't step out of their own perspective. It's like you're talking to a wall. I'm not even going to hold you. Is like you're talking to a whole wall. So that doesn't really feel good. But we should appreciate the people who are like, look, I don't get it, but I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to hear you out. Like I said, it's not great, but appreciate it. Because some people, like, it's disheartening. Like, they're just in your face, like, well, I don't get it. And they're just don't even have the will to get it. They don't even have the will. That could really burst your bubble, you know what I mean? But shout out to y'all for the people who at least try. But just accept it. Just accept it for what it is and be happy with it. I started feeling a lot better once I developed that concept. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once I developed the fact, like, you know what? Maybe I'm not meant to be fully understood. Because where I kind of fell into like a black or white type of thinking, in the sense that if I'm not understood 100%, then I felt like I was understood 0%. Where somebody's kind of like 50% understanding you. But since it wasn't 100, it felt like zero. So it was either one or the other. I wasn't really seeing the gray area within all of that. But now being older, and it's funny because I think I kind of came to this conclusion either this year or last year. Maybe we're just not meant to be fully understood. We're really not. And what I was saying in the beginning of the video, how is it even possible if you really want to sit and think about it? I can tell you I'm sad, but you don't know the full experience. Only I do, because I'm experiencing it. It's happening to me. And God knows me. That's it. I can explain it all I want. But you're not in that experience with me, because you're not me. And I'm not you, by the way. Y'all know the saying or the statistic out there, 2 kids could grow up in the same household, the same way, go through the same stuff, and still process it completely differently. We're just not all the same. And that's okay. We're all the same in the sense that we're human. But it's okay that people are not going to fully understand us. It's okay. It just feels so good to accept that, because like you kind of relinquish that. Like you kind of let go of that. Like, it's all right. If somebody can't fully understand me, it's okay. I understand myself. I can validate myself. Like I said earlier, you might feel a little bit alone. But once you get used to it and start stepping into that, like the acceptance part of it, and being satisfied with it, it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel bad at all. And I'm so happy that, at least me personally, I stepped into that realm, because like I said, I was really sad, really in my feelings, really listening to, what's that song by Lil Durk and Lil Baby? I don't know how I feel, no one understand you. I don't know how I feel when you ran through. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, like, I'm being so for real, y'all. I am being so serious. Yes. Just listen to that song, like, yes, like, nobody understands me. Like, oh my God. And it's like, girl, not people are not meant to fully understand you. And there might be some situations where, like, nobody's going to understand it. And maybe later in life, you talk about it with somebody, and then you meet a person who does understand it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if I'm going through mental health struggles and I'm explaining that to somebody who never had, like, a mental health problem, they probably will struggle to understand me, because they're like, well, just don't think about that, or just make it go away. Like, it's just not that easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not that easy. You know what I mean? So because of that, or if you just ran into like a lot of people who just don't understand you, and you're explaining yourself and you're trying to get them to hear you out, and they just really lack the sense of understanding or trying to get where you're coming from, it might feel like, man, is anybody gonna understand me? That's why I really used to still lean on music, honestly, because, man, if nobody will do, a song will. A song will understand me. Let me tell you. But yeah, it's okay. We're not meant to be fully understood, and that's okay. You might go get married to somebody, date somebody, and don't expect them to 100% understand you. And even if they understand you at the time, we're human, we grow, we change. Like I always say, we're flexible. Who we are today might not be who we are 10 years from now. So whoever understands me right now probably won't understand me 10 years from now. You know what I mean? So I just want to keep on saying it. It's okay that we're not fully going to be understood. It's okay. It's okay that there's going to be some situations I'm the only person that's going to validate myself. You're the only person that's going to validate yourself. And that's okay. I think as humans, we just want people to understand us enough. Like there has to be some certain degree, because obviously, if I keep on running into people and just like not the bars in hell, like just like no, not a single person can resonate with me in any type of sense, like sense, it's gonna feel annoying. But then there's gonna be some people who understand it, but maybe not all the way, because at the end of the day, they're not me, you know. And somebody might tell me their story, and I can understand, but not 100% because I'm not them. And that's okay, y'all. It's okay. We just accept it. Once we accept the things that we can't control, it's so much freeing. It's so much more liberating. I don't know if anybody else had that problem. Like they felt nobody, they went through a time in life, no, they felt like nobody understood them or nobody understood them enough. But it's okay. And it's going to continue to be okay. We going to be all right. All right. Thank y'all for tapping in. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Like, have you been through this? Have you not? Let me know something.